Hey guys, 21omnimon21 here with my first ever review. Let's go straight in. My lead Magneton, the electric steel type. I chose ability as sturdy over magnet pull just because I can survive that one hit, get something off, even if it can't do anything apart from get one hit off. That's fine, it's done its job basically. Air balloon, so it simply just can't get hit. Often Eviolite would have been a better choice, but that's the thing I went with. Modest for that extra power. It doesn't really need that extra speed, doesn't make that essential. Give it that extra speed to outspeed anything really. Volt switch is useful just to switch out, and flash cannon probably could have been replaced with thunder for those rain teams, as I also have rain darts and hidden power water. And as I've said many times before, it is to prevent those rain teams. It outspeeds Politoes, can set up hidden power rain against the other Pokemon that set up things like Ninetales, Tyranitar, and then hidden power water them to death. So max special attack, max speed is pretty much obvious. Okay, let's go into Rotom. Rotom, the electric water type. Levitate, obvious ability, it's only ability to get leftovers because I'm quite a bulky set. And Calm with 220 EVs in special defense, especially with Rotom's high special defense. It's pretty bulky. It's got a little bit of defense so that the Will-O-Wisp will have a slight impact and maybe it can survive a hit or not. And Light Screen is always useful, as you saw it survived on 1 HP against another Rotom. Discharge for the paralysis, Hydro Pump for that stab damage now, since Rotom is part water. So it's a very bulky thing. One of my cores of the water, grass, fire cores that is in my team. And the essential role just to cripple a couple of guys, maybe fire off a couple of things, just to dent things so that when my sweepers come in, they have a simple job of doing things. Plus it's a very good water counter, and my team is a bit water weak, so having a Pokemon with a water resistant plus that can fight back with a super effective stab hit is useful. Okay, Torterra comes in. It is the standard 4th gen Torterra with Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Wood Hammer, Roar. Very defensive, max defense, practically max hit points. Overgrow is a great ability. It's not as good as this new one, but you can't have that with Stealth Rock, so Overgrow does the job fine. Leftovers is standard on any wall. Impish, as I've said, to get max defense, and Stealth Rock is a great move, the most important move in the game, prevents them from switching too much. Plus Roar allows that extra ability for Stealth Rock to have more of an effect on the team, prevents things from setting up, phasing in the sort of manner. Earthquake, Wood Hammer, just standard stab moves, hit plenty of things, and it's as a core is very important, can take those physical hits, fire off Earthquakes, decently powered since Torterra does have a pretty good attack stat. Nothing much else to say. Raw is good for phasing, as I've said previously, so let's just go straight to my fire type of this trio. The Water Core trio, as I've said many times before. Infernape, the amazing sweeper, the standard 4th gen sweeper with Vacuum Wave, Fire Blast, Hidden Power, Ice, and Nasty Plot. Not Grass Knot, because I do have a water counter, as you saw with Rotom. Blaze, just because Blaze is awesome. Life Orb for the extra damage. Timid is probably better than Modest. Modest does give that extra power, and I do have priority with Vacuum Wave, but Timid is still nice to outspeed certain things when you want to hit them with Fire Blast or Hidden Power Ices. Close combat isn't truly needed because Terrakion is there with the stab fighting close combat, and it has max attack, which is a lot more useful than a timid one. Vacuum Wave, just because I need priority on this team, nothing else has it, and you at least need one priority move. Even though I do have 2 Scarfers, one priority is definitely useful for anything. And as I've said before, Fire Blast, good stab, Hidden Power Ice to hit those dragons and things that my other Pokemon can't hit. So Honchkrow, the first of my 2 Scarfers, its main objective is to allow Terrakion and Infernape to sweep. So to get rid of those psychic types that prevent those close combat sweeps, it has Pursuit and Scarf, makes sure it can outspeed most psychic types. Alakazam, as you saw, one battle outsped, because Honchkrow doesn't have the best speed even with Choice Scarf, but it is able to do a decent thing with Pursuit, and it has very good attack for those Night Slashes and Brave Bird. Heat Wave as a filler move, just to hit Ferrothorn if it does choose to come in, because it can take Brave Birds and Night Slashes and Pursuit all day, every day, and Heat Wave won't do an incredible amount due to its negative attack, but Honchkrow does have a pretty good special attack anyway, so Heat Wave will do a decent amount of damage. Insomnia is useful because then it can come in on Breloom and then Brave Bird things, and it's always good to have a sleep resist on your team. Adamant, just because I need that extra power. Again, adamant on Terrakion as a Scarfer. My physical attacker needs that extra power, justifies the only ability it can have, and Choice Scarf really does take people off guard. You have 2 Choice Scarfers. I don't think I used it to the full ability in this battle, but 2 Choice Scarfers just takes people off guard, because normally they're like, yeah, I've outsped their top guy and I have no problem sweeping, but then you have your second Scarfer to come in and do the job just as well as your first one. Close combat, obvious. Rock Slide over Stone Edge, because that flinching chance while being scarfed is nice and I don't want it to miss. X's are for those psychic types just in case Honchkrow isn't able to take them out, and Toxic as my filler move. Maybe Earthquake would be better, but close combat or fighting and ground hit really similar things. Max attack, max speed, defense just because it can take a priority a bit better. And I've made sure that all my things are made so it doesn't take max stealth rock damage if needed. So like say, for example, Honchkrow has got the right hit points to make sure it's odd so it can survive more hits. Anyway, as a team on its own, it has very few weaknesses. Ground, as you see, but this doesn't include with Rotom's Levitate ability, nor does it include the Air Balloon, so I don't really have a true weakness. It's a pretty well meshed team together. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Maybe it was a bit too quick, I'm not really sure, but if you did enjoy it, thumbs up, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the near future.